Hey everyone, this is Parker Team Shockwave with Alan Toe. You guys saw his matchup against Burning Abyss and Odd Eyes Pepe a while back, so he has an updated deck profile of the new Blue Eye support we get from the new movie pack. Alan, it seems like you've been testing this deck for a while. You learned the pros and cons and the of the past several weeks. So overall, what do you think of this new movie pack that's coming out, and how does it change the deck itself?
Of course, the new movie pack, everyone knows that the first card that was literally in the movie pack is Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon. Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon is a really powerful card for the deck. It increases the deck speed so much. You would finally get to play our most powerful card, Melody of Awakening Dragon, which allows us to special summon that card and just being able to destroy any monster on the field and combo off into either a rank 8 or just synchro summon with a Sage or any of our stones into a Spirit Dragon is really powerful.
Alright, cool. You want to get straight with the deck fall?
Of course.
Alright, Alan, so what is your monster lineup so far?
Alright, of course, we're going to start off with 3 Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon. Of course, the card is super important, and as we all know, this card was released in the movie pack, so be sure to pick up your place if you're planning on playing this deck. You play Melody because you want to go search for a regular Blue Eyes and search the alternative, or if you already have a Blue Eyes and you have a stone in your hand, you can combo out and just search for 2 alternative dragons, one to play for your turn and one to play for your next turn. This way, you're also able to special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon monster or a Blue Eyes monster from your deck at the end phase, and now you just have like 2 very powerful, huge beaters that your opponent has to go through. It also is able to destroy a monster when it's on the field, when it's especially special summoned by revealing a Blue Eyes monster on your field, in your hand, sorry. And you can just combo out. This is how you get into your Spirit Dragon plays. It is also super important that it is a Blue Eyes White Dragon while it's on the field or in the graveyard, because in my version I still play 1 Maiden, which allows you to special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck, hand, or graveyard.
Alright.
We're gonna also play, of course, 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon, Vanilla Beater, 3000, level 8, also goes into Spirit Dragon. This card is super important against the Quiport Demise or like Yosenju Demise, because they play like Skill Drain or lose 1 turn or whatever, and this card doesn't go to switch to defense mode because this is a vanilla monster. So you can just ram over every single of their monster until they have to deal with it or they have to waste a Drowning Mirror Force. In which case you can just special summon it back from your deck again using your monster effects. 1 Dragon Spirit of White. Of course, everyone knows if they follow the OCG, or if not, you play 1 Dragon Spirit of White now because you play Melody and you play Dragon Shrine to help dump this off, as well as a stone or whatever. This card is a Cosmic Cyclone. Banishing a spell or trap is a lot better than destroying it. Sometimes you want to fight against Quiport Demise, or you want to fight against like a back row heavy deck. This card helps you a lot. They have to either negate the special summon and they wasted 2000 life points, when you can just play something like Gospel again, target it, or Archbrave Dragon and target it again, and start picking off their back row 1 by 1, and they don't have any cards left to play with because you kept banishing all their cards. This card is really good, and it also dodges Valor and stuff if you have a Blue Eyes in your hand, so that's something important to note.
Alright.
Of course, with the new Felgrand Structure Deck coming out, we are, of course, playing 1 Divine Dragonlord Felgrand. This card is super good. It is a D Crow or a Karma Cut when it's special summoned, and banishing a monster, of course, is always good. Banishing from the graveyard is also pretty good for stuff like opposing Blue Eyes decks, opposing other cards that use the graveyard. This card also gains attack equal to the level or rank of the monster that it banishes. So like this automatically becomes a huge beat stick. So like if you need to ever go against Ultimate Falcon, the card I hate the most, this card like does a lot. We are playing 1 Archbrave Dragon. Currently I'm going between 1 and 2, but so far in order for space to work, I play 1. This card is really good. You get to send it on your turn, and then you can activate it during their standby phase, or you can discard it with Twin Twister during their end phase to destroy their back row. And you can special summon a monster during your standby phase. This card dodges Effect Veiler, which is super important. So like if you're trying to special summon a Dragon Spirit of White or a Felgrand, these effects activate in either opponent's standby phase or my standby phase. So they can't Effect Veiler. That's something really good to note. And also like this card itself, when you special summon with Gospel or Call of the Haunted, if you're still playing Call of the Haunted, banishes all face-up spells and trap cards, which is super important against Pendulum decks, super important against Monarchs if they like try to flip up their Prime Monarch and try and draw some cards. Also banishes their return. This card is really super good. Of course, we play 3 Sage with Eyes of Blue. The card is Rhoda, Stratos for the deck. It's really good. You usually search for Maiden, which I still play as a one-of because you still play 1 Mausoleum of White in the deck. Just because like opening this with Terraforming or opening Maiden with Terraforming is already like an instant Blue-Eye Spirit Dragon no matter what. So even if your hand is like, the rest of your hand is like almost garbage, you can still just push out a Blue-Eye Spirit Dragon and just pass the turn. This card also discards and targets an effect monster. So like you can send Archbrave Dragon, Felgrand, Blue Eyes Alternative to special summon another one. To special summon another Blue Eyes monster, sorry, not alternative, because it has to be special summoned first from the hand. Card's really good. Of course, like I said before, the 1 Maiden, because I still play the 1 Mausoleum of White. Good turn 1 play. If you open up Sage with Terraforming, at least you can have like a Spirit Dragon with a Maiden, which is still good because you can target Maiden next turn if they leave it alive and try to special summon another Blue Eyes Dragon. So you can go into an Azure Eyes or another Spirit Dragon to have like a defensive wall out. This card, I think it's like still good to play as a one-of, in my personal opinion. Of course, if we play Sage, we also play the targets for Sage, since we play 2 cards of Consonance, 2 Whitestone of Ancients, and 1 Whitestone Legend. These cards are super good. Of course, as you all know, works with Mausoleum, so like you get to have that extra normal summon. You get to dump it off with, of course, Dragon Shrine or Dragon Ravine. So you get your pluses, you get to special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your deck. It also helps you, which everyone keeps forgetting, duly noted, and like I watch several Yu-Gi-Oh! Players videos, they forget to banish their stone to try and get a Blue Eyes monster from their graveyard, which is super important in the heavier grinding matchups, as well as like trying to push through everyone's Solemns. That's good to note. Of course, this card is always good to play because you're always +1 no matter what. And of course, 1 Effect Veiler, searchable off of Sage. If you still play Master and you have space for Master, you get to recycle it with the Master. And if you're also playing, of course, Master, you also play the Mausoleum of White because you want that extra Seraphonite. If you're not playing the Brilliant Fusion version of Blue Eyes, you always want to play at least 1 Mausoleum of White, just because like you get to recycle and you don't have to waste your normal summon off of that Master to try and recycle this Veiler. And for my tech, 3 Galaxy Soldiers. 3 Galaxy Soldiers have been seeing play in the OCG. I took it out of the book of the ABC build, and this card is like really good. I love this card a lot. You never have like a set 3 back row and pass. You can always special summon this in defense mode, search for a copy of itself, and then you get to like dump stones. You get to dump your Archbrave Dragon, Felgrands, or any of your level 8 monsters, except for Alternative Dragon. So then you get to combo off with your Gospel, you get to combo off with Soul Charge. This card helps promote plays, and the only thing that's that hinders it is the once per turn like search for a Galaxy card, which is not like a hindrance at all, since you just let's say you had a Whitestone. You get to pitch it off, search for a Blue Eye, search for a Galaxy Soldier, pitch off that same Blue Eyes for another Galaxy Soldier, and now you have 2 level 5 machine monsters. And because we have 2 level 5 machine monsters, of course, in our extra deck, we get to play Nova and Infinity, which I believe is a really powerful turn 1 play. And if the rest of it, like your 3 cards is like a Gospel and like another level 1 tuner, you have a Spirit Dragon and a Cyber Dragon Infinity, which I believe is very, really powerful. And if you, of course, have like a really god hand and you have like a Sage with a Terraforming, you get to open up with either Hope 38 or you just play Dark Matter automatically and then you just dump off your stone just plus even more. Like, I think just being able to play Cyber Dragon Infinity in this deck is like super powerful, and that Galaxy Soldier doesn't hinder the deck at all because it just promotes your plays and it rewards you for playing your anything that says discard a monster, and you get to plus off of those monsters. Of course, we go into our spell lineup. Of course, we automatically play 3 trade-ins. 3 trade-ins is good. You play 8-9 targets for trade-in. Drawing cards is always good. We play 2 cards of Consonants. I like to play 2 cards of Consonants because you're playing 3 Sage, and being able to draw into your combo pieces like Gospel or Terraforming is a lot better. It also, like, you get to plus it off of Whitestone as well, so just dropping Whitestone, getting Blue Eyes, stuff like that helps. Thins the deck a lot better. Of course, the best revival spell for Blue Eyes White Dragon, Return of the Dragon Lords. You get to special summon a level 7 or level 8 dragon in your graveyard and special summon it, and when dragon monsters would be destroyed or would be targeted and destroyed, you get to banish this card instead. This card is the reason why, like, I can just open up Cyber Dragon Infinity and into a Hope 38 or a Blue Eye Spirit Dragon with a Cyber Dragon Infinity, as long as I use this card to make the Spirit Dragon or the Hope 38, and I don't have to fear Raigeki. Like, if they try to Raigeki, I just banish this. If they try to play Dark Hole, I still just banish this. Card's really good. I play 2 Terraforming. You play 2 Terraforming because you play 1 Mausoleum of White and 2 Dragon's Ravine. Terraforming, like I said before, or just Mausoleum White with any of your Sage or Maiden, gets you instant Spirit Dragon, which is always really good. For Dragon's Ravine is so far been pretty good. Not the best because we don't have the new level Dragon 8 tuner. Just because I love playing Ultimaya Tzolk'in. Being able to dump it, of course, but we just switched back to Dragon Shrine, which is key, important to note that Dragon Shrine is a lot better in the future if you're planning on playing Ultimaya Tzolk'in. And if you're planning to play Felgrand, this card is a lot better. This card is also a lot better if you're playing multiple Archbrave Dragons, just because, like, being able to open up Archbrave Dragon with this or Dragon Ravine automatically lets you special summon any level 8 dragon monster in your deck that's not alternative, or the stones, and that's pretty good. Being able to Cosmic Cyclone or being able to remove a monster automatically just because you played a card and you discard a card that says plus a 3000 beat stick or whatever, and they just lose a monster. Of course, we play 2 Twin Twister. Of course, this is almost like a combo-ish deck. We want to get through the Solemns, we want to get through Vanity's Emptiness, Anti-Spell Fragrance, so we can play all of our spells. I want to play a third one somehow, but so far being able to play 2 and signing a third has been pretty good overall. This also, like, in this deck, I focus more on discarding my dragons a lot, like discarding Archbrave, discarding Felgrand, so I can try and combo off a lot. So you want to play more spells in this deck that says discard, or more monster effects that says discard, either from the deck to the grave, from your hand to the grave. Just being able to play more cards that says discard is is very helpful for the deck to try and combo off. And of course, we play 3 Melodies. Discard any card in your hand, just get an automatic 3000 beat stick that says destroy a monster, goes into Spirit, if you have a level 1 tuner, goes into Spirit Dragon. Card's really good. 1 Soul Charge for the Nut Hand, so if you just open up Maiden with White Mausoleum with Soul Charge, so if we just open up right here with Mausoleum and with, of course, Maiden, you get to special just send a Blue Eyes, special summon a Blue Eyes. Go into Spirit Dragon. Of course, go use the Spirit Dragon to, of course, go into either a Moonlight Rose or a Michael. If this is your first turn, I would recommend using the Michael instead of the Moonlight Rose, just because Moonlight Rose is able to bounce back any special summon monster without you losing any life points. Let's just say we use Michael for this purpose. We're gonna, if you have another level 1 tuner, or just if you just want to do it now, let's say we have another level 1 tuner, we're gonna go into Crystal Wing. And then we just soul charge everything back except for the Michael. And now we just have a really powerful board. And we can go into another Spirit Dragon or just go into Azura's Eyes automatically. And now they can't Pendulum summon, they can't summon more than 2 monsters. Oh, sorry. So this is your field right here with Soul Charge, Maiden, and Mausoleum of White. Just being able to have like this is really powerful. And like if you really cared about Raigeki or whatever because you didn't play Gospel, you can just use your 2 Blue Eyes and just go into a Hope 38. And now you can stop graveyard effects, monster effects, and spells. Like this is really powerful board. Like they literally almost can't play Yu-Gi-Oh at this point. And this is what you always want to try and aim for once you know the combos in this deck. Alright, now that we have gone, the final card, of course, is Vanity's Emptiness. Card's broken. Every single Blue Eyes deck should be able to main deck one of these cards. Stops opponent's plays. You don't really care about stopping your own plays just because you have a lot of normal spell cards that says discard cards, and this card automatically goes to the graveyard, and you just progress your plays even more after that. So of course for the extra deck, of course 2 Spirit Dragons. Card's good. Stops Pendulum Monster, stops BAs. In the like blind game ones, you always want to special summon this card and not go into Azura's Eyes until you find out what they're doing. If it's Monarchs, you can't really do anything just because like Stormforth is just a really powerful card right now. But you are able to stop them from playing Pantheism or using the second effect of Pantheism, which is super important, and why this card is like really good turn one make and pass. Also, you get to special summon, of course, a Dragon Light Synchro monster from your extra deck, and it gets destroyed during the end phase. Of course, we can get around that because one of these cards is, of course, from the old Blue Eyes structure deck, Azura Eyes Silver Dragon. It's a really nice defensive wall. Once you play this card, BAs literally can't go over this card at all unless they play Kaijus or they main deck Kaijus. They can't Beatrice, they can't Farfo, they can't do anything, and you have literally 1 free turn and you get to do your plays. This of course also lets you special summon a normal dragon monster in your graveyard. So of course the target is Blue Eyes, and once the new dragon tuner comes out, that is also a target for this card, so that's something super important to note. Of course we play the 1 Crystal Wing. Being able to, we special summon level 7 dragon synchro monsters using Spirit Dragon, and then we just summon either a stone or a sage or whatever and just go into this. This card is super good.
Oh, hold on. You say level
7 dragon synchro monster.
I thought it had to be light.
Yeah, it is light. I did say it was light. Level 7 dragon light synchro monster.
Wait, you get spirit out through...
Dude, I get spirit out through these 2.
Oh, okay,
which is level 7 dragon spirit monsters,
right.
yeah.
Never mind.
This negates monster effects automatically if you want to. And also another key thing that I forgot until like my friend was like, why didn't you attack me? And I was like, why? If I attack a special summon monster with this card, against that monster's attack, which I completely forgot, and like I could have just swung over a lot of special summon monsters that activate their effects during like the battle phase, or they attempt to do something, and I could just negate it and gain that attack, and it's automatically 3,000 attack, 3,000 damage to life points. 1 Moonlight Rose Dragon. I only have space for 1. So far, like, everything is mostly 1-ofs, because you only ever have to use it once in every single game. Of course, this card, when it's special summoned, you get to bounce a special summoned monster on your opponent's side of the board once per turn. And if you want to save this card, you can also use your Gospel. So for something like Monarchs or something like other Blue Eyes decks, you can save your Moonlight Rose Dragon using Gospel's effect to save it from Spirit Dragon, because it says any card effect that would try and destroy your dragon monster, you can just banish it. So you can just wall on this card while they try to special summon their level 5 or higher monsters, and once per turn you can just bounce one of them. So it's basically almost like a Kieran to me, and that's super important in some matchups. One Michael. You play one Michael just because this is another target for Spirit Dragon, and also being able to pay 1,000 life points and banishing any card on their side of the field is just really good. So you can target Dante's, Beatrice's, etc.
Alright, so just to be sure on the ruling, so when it comes to Spirit's effect to destroy that monster that it was special summoned, what comes first, the milling or the destruction effect?
Because you're a turn player, you get to choose.
Okay.
So you can say Spirit Dragon, and then you can chain on to Michael and mill cards.
Okay.
Or you can just be like, oh, I just want to do Michael Chainlink 1 and then do the Spirit Dragon Chainlink 2.
Okay.
Either one, because you're your turn player.
Alright.
Of course, and now we go into our XYZ monsters, because we play a lot of level 8. We play rank 8s. Of course, the best card, I believe, in this deck against like most of the meta right now is Hope 38. Card's really good. Negates spell cards or spell card effects. So Pendulum monsters, Pendulum decks in general, they just die. Against Monarchs, you get to stop their Stormforth, which is super important against this deck. You get to stop possible Pantheism, Domain, anything. This card is like really good, and you should be playing one of it if you're able to make it. We're gonna play, of course, my mini engine for the Dark Matter, Galaxy Eyes Tachyon, Full Armor, and Dark Matter. I play Tachyon because sometimes being able to negate all monster effects is pretty decent. So like stuff that's like F-Zero, you get to, at the start of your battle phase, you just detach it and you just, they take automatically 3,000 damage.
Alright.
Of course, Full Armor. Yes, this destroy one face-up card, so this can also destroy Anti-Spell Fragrance, any kind of Floodgate cards, or even Pendulum cards. So that's something good to note, and it's also like 4,000. So you can just swing with it as well without having to go into Dark Matter or wasting your Galaxy Eyes cards. Of course, the last one, Dark Matter, the most powerful card for the deck. Being able to mill 3 dragons and just plussing off of them is like so good, and if you're able to make this turn 1, you automatically just dump like a stone. So let's say we just do a turn 1, like you just do this, or even this with a stone. Just being able to dump either in the beginning, you just want to dump like possibly a Blue Eyes White Dragon or Dragon Spirit along with a stone and an Archbrave. That way in the standby phase, in the end phase, you get to special summon a free 3,000 beat stick, and then during their standby phase, you get to Cosmic Cyclone their board or just special summon another 3,000 beat stick, and that's just like super powerful. And if you're in the middle or the end of the game and you're trying to push through for damage, you send the Felgren instead of the Dragon Spirit or Blue Eyes, just so you can special summon this card if you need to get rid of a back row, or just summon 3,000 beat stick. And then Archbrave special summons Felgren, and you get rid of the problem monster that you're dealing with. So Archbrave, like just playing one Felgren and one Archbrave has so much utility for this deck, and that's why I really like just playing one of each right now. And then afterwards, of course, we play into our utility rank 8s. One Alce, the Sylvan High Protector. It's the Castel for the deck. You usually just like name random garbage cards so you can mill it off the top of your deck, and the most important thing is the top card has to go to a graveyard in order for this card to bounce something. So if they play something like Dark Law or Dimensional Fisher or Mechacosmos, this card isn't able to bounce. And during one of the games that I was playing before at our locals, I didn't know about that, and so we had to play around that card, or just like hard draw Twin Twister until I was able to push through and like bounce a problem monster and get rid of all the cards that says remove my cards. I played one Galaxy Prime Photon Dragon. I was iffy on this card before until my friend told me like this card literally beats every single monster in the game just because it gets attack equal to all ranks on the board. On my side of the field I was like, what? And I just read the card again and it's just like it's 7,000, 8,000 attack power automatically once it swings into something with like another rank 8. So like this or even Hopebringer, like I just summon this card, it's like 8,000. Of course they take half damage, but like that doesn't really matter because they're taking like 8,000 damage total against like a low 2,000 or 3,000 monster, and they're still taking 2,000 or 3,000 damage anyways. So it's still pretty much like a Blue Eyes attack hitting anything. I play one Divine Dragon Knight Felgran. I still play this card just because of the fact that I really hate Monarch Stormforth, so like I just chained this to Stormforth so they can't trigger off my monster. I really hate against like Effect Veilers or pretty much anything that tries to target or affect my monsters. Maybe even Drowning Mirror Force. So I just chain Felgran and protect my monster while they try to deal like 4,000, 5,000 damage. I think still playing one of these as a utility card is fine. And of course, we play one Nova and one Infinity. Being able to do this first turn is just really powerful to me, and just being able to like open up Hope Harbinger with a Felgran or whatever to protect this card is just like pretty powerful as well. Even though this card effect gets negated, like I can just negate the card first and just protect it afterwards. And that's pretty much the whole deck.
Thank you again, Alan, for the deck profile. It was very detailed. And do you have any last words before we head out today?
Of course, we also get to play a ritual version, the Chaos Burst Max Dragon, which I will have a lot of fun in trying to make consistently work. That card is so much fun. Being able to deal double
damage.
Double piercing damage is like super powerful. So like if you're just playing against Pendulum Dragons, Pendulum Draco Slayers, and you just summon a Draco Slayer in defense mode with 0 defense, that's automatically game and they don't even find it out. The only downside is of course pre-prep does not allow you to get Chaos Form because it does not specify Chaos Burst Mac Dragon or the new Dark Magician of Chaos in that card.
Oh, alright.
So you have to play Manju or even Senju in order to get these ritual monsters or spell cards to your hand. Of course, the ritual version of course plays 3 Chaos Burst Max Dragon as well as 1 or 2 Manjus, as well as of course our most powerful card for that deck is Advanced Ritual Art. That card will be seeing a lot play again. Oh. Just being able to send a Blue Eyes White Dragon from the deck to the grave and being able to ritual summon.
And definitely go back to the limit list again.
Yeah, of course. I love that. In some builds, for the first two or 3 weeks, I'll be testing out like side decking Chaos Burst Max Dragon. Being able to side deck a double piercer is just really powerful, and you get to search off of it, so all you have to really do is hard draw Advanced Ritual Art or the Chaos Form.
Right.
And you can do that because you get to play 3 trade-ins, 3 melodies, and 2 cards of consonants that filters out through your deck quickly. I'd like to thank Marco. Marco helped me to playtest a lot on Dev Pro. Of course, I would like to also thank you, Parker, and Team Shockwave for letting me show the deck profile as well as give you guys some tips on the future of Blue Eyes. Of course, also thing to note is be aware of the ban list. Depending on how the ban list and which decks are banned, I may have to change the deck again to, of course, play 3 Maxis in the main deck. When you saw my deck profile, I did not play 3 Maxi just because that is for the sake of consistency. But depending on the ban list, if BAs or Cosmos are still in the meta, I might have to either play 2 Maxis in the main, and that's something you guys should know as well.
Alright. Thank you again. This is Parker from Team Shockwave, signing out.